Hello guys and welcome to another vlog. So today we are doing a new vlog finally after a long time, and this is my new car which replaced the Audi A6, and it is the Mercedes-Benz GLE 400d. So this is the front of the car. So it looks very bold, and some may not like it. So like when it first launched back in 2019, I really did not like the aesthetics of this car, but now I kind of like it and it has grown on me. And there is a big Mercedes badge and a smaller Mercedes badge. So yeah, it is a nice looking car from the front anyways. And coming to the side, it is quite long at 4.9 meters, and it is quite high actually. And the suspension is now right now it's raised up, and it is at its highest setting. So talking about the tires, these are Pirelli P0s, and they are 275/50 R20, and they are good. They have a very low road noise and tire noise, so that's good. And brakes are huge to stop this 2-ton car. And so there is a step to hop on board, so that is a really useful thing, and especially a car as high as this, a step is very useful. And the side, it's looks quite nice from the side. And personally, my favorite side of this car is the back. And so coming to the back, it is looks very nice, and personally it is my favorite side of the car. And yeah, it obviously has 4MATIC, so 4-wheel drive. And that's all for the design wise. So let's go to the interior. So this is the interior of the Mercedes-Benz GLE, and it looks very nice. So it looks better than the Q7, the X5, the XC90 in my thoughts, and it looks very nice, but the materials could have been better. It's good for the most part, like soft touch materials here, there. But then if you go low down, there are some scratchy plastics like here. And some of the buttons aren't very nice to click. Like they don't have the clicky feel, and they're a little loose and bouncy. So in terms of the chrome and the luxury elements, this car is the best in its class. Like nothing beats this car. And in terms of the technology, etc., it's the best. It's a very nice place to spend 7-8 hours in traveling. So now let's go to the back of the car. So first of all, doors shut with a proper thud. And coming to the back seat, it's quite special, and there are the seat controls are placed here. So there are 6-way adjustments for the seat, and they have given some nice pillows, and they are quite soft, and it's quite nice, and 3 people can fit here in comfortably, and 6 feet people can also sit here comfortably. So there is 4-zone climate control, and yeah, so the back is quite a nice place to enjoy, and there is our armrest which folds down, and yeah, it's quite nice. So this is the boot of the car, and it comes with an electronic powered tailgate. So there is some junk in the boot, but sorry about that. So there is a spare wheel underneath the car, and yeah, it's not a full size one, it's a small spare wheel, and it's like the luggage of 5 people will easily fit inside of this car, and yeah, it's a quite a large boot space. And the favorite thing of this boot of the car is the parcel shelf. So it's like folds and retracts easily, and you can also lower the suspension from the rear, so it will lower to the lowest amount it can go. So that is the boot of the car. So this is the interior of this car, and talking about the infotainment displays, there are two 12.3 inches screens, and the favorite part of this screens is that there are these modes, like there is classic, which looks like this, and then sport, which looks like this, and then progressive, which like it's a minimalist look, and it looks like this. So we'll leave it on classic here. So this display is a touch and can be controlled via this touchpad. So yeah, it's very intuitive to use, and there are these like very cool display, like this shows there how much gas and how much brake you have applied, the degrees of the car, and yeah, then there is a suspension level. So there is a minimum of -2 and a maximum of +1. So it gets pretty low and very high. So this display, they are very bright, and there are some glitches, like it just heats and it'll be like stuck. And there have been some issues with Apple CarPlay, but most of it has been smooth sailing for the infotainment displays. And NVH inside is very good. So you can, even though it's a diesel, you can't hear a single thing, and yeah, it's very good. So noise insulation is very good. Wind, there is not much wind noise, and there is very less tire and road noise. Like when you go really high speed, like 120-150 kilometers per hour, there is a bit of wind noise, but that is kind of expected with this size of car. So now let's go to the engine of the car. So this is the engine of the car. So it's a 2.9 liter 6-cylinder diesel engine with 330 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque. It goes in 0 to 100 in 5.7 seconds. So this is a firecracker of an engine, and yeah, it's very silent. So because of the 6 cylinders, it's also very smooth, and there is nothing much talk about the engine. And fuel efficiency wise, it returns around 10 to 15 kilometers per liter depending upon your driving style. I mean, like if you are going at a constant 60 to 80 kilometers per hour, this thing can return up to 17 kilometers per liter. And there is nothing else about the engine. Now, one thing I hate about this engine bay is that there is this fake carbon fiber effect. Like it just irritates me every time I open the engine bay. So now let's talk about the lights. And next is the lights. So these are a multi-beam LED laser lights, and it is very bright. Like in rainy conditions, there is no shortage of light. It's very bright, and it consists of laser. So at high speeds it's very bright as well, and in night there is no problem of driving in this car. So comfort wise, this car is decent in comfort. Like, people sitting in the back can get motion sickness because this car has a very floaty ride, and some may not like it, the floatiness of this car, and some may like it. It depends upon the person. I really don't like the floatiness of this car, and yeah, and some of my friends also do not like it. But yeah, even though it's on air suspension, comfort is good, but also not very good, but also not very bad. So to conclude, this car, it's good, not very good, but also not very bad, and it's good in many ways, and also better than the A6. So like the space it offers and the technology, but also A6 A6 ride is like any other. It's like the most best ride quality in whichever car I have sat on, and GLE is close, but yeah, it's a medium ride, and we have been owning it for 6 months, and we have done 10,000 kilometers. And from reset, it has been averaging 11.6 kilometers per liter. From reset means from the beginning of this car, so from when we have started to own it. And it's good efficiency for this car, especially 6 cylinders and that much amount of power. And yeah, it's good. So the price of this car is 1.26 crores, and it's expensive compared to the rivals. But yeah, like Q7 Bengaluru on road is 1.15 crores, and the X5 is also about the same price of this car. And the Volvo XC90 is very low in price at 1 crore. So yeah, this is the most expensive on its class, and yeah, so it is expensive. Yeah, it's good.